Welcome to Get Smart Office Edition.
The show where we help you laugh about and get better at office life.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Laura.
And it's Friday.
Woo! On Fridays, we share the real stories that inspired our skits and tips that we share on Mondays and Wednesdays. Plus, you get to hear the bloopers that our editor thinks are funny, and hopefully you will too.
Now, let's get smart.
And silly. Okay. Are you good?
We'll find out. Should I ask you questions first this time?
It's not really a question. It's a statement.
Okay.
We've all been, witness. We've all witnessed.
Or been perpetrator.
Or been the perpetrator on purpose or by accident of a great email reply all storm.
Mm-hmm.
Category 5.
Katrina's got nothing on this.
Nope.
Oh,
yes. Do you want to go first?
I just feel like this happens a lot in general, but at my current company, this happens an inordinate amount of time because everyone in the company is free to send emails to everyone in the company. So anyone in the company
same.
can do the company-wide email.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. So you can do the company-wide group no matter who you are in the company.
Oh, that's slightly different.
Yeah. So my last company, there was only certain people that could do the company-wide email. My current one, anyone can use it. And what usually happens is somebody sends a company-wide email and it's something, innocuous or whatever, like somebody celebrating something like baby announcement, like so-and-so had a baby. Yay. Wonderful. That's fine. Like, okay, cool. The problem is the people who then reply all. Because somebody had a cute baby, there was a cute baby picture, wonderful, awesome. And then they reply all to everyone, oh my gosh, the baby's so cute. And so then you get 100 messages in your inbox. Oh my goodness, the baby's so cute. Okay, guys, the person who's sending out the email is not the parent of this baby that just got announced because they're on paternity leave or maternity leave, and this is coming secondhand from their coworker. They're not even there. And then secondly, I don't need you to respond and let me see your response of, the baby's so cute. Nobody needs this. Stop it. Like, if you have a relationship with the person who just had the baby, message them.
Yeah.
The rest of us don't need it. So that is the number one thing that happens. But obviously it happens on more serious work emails too.
Okay. All right.
How about you?
With the state, I'm the state expert here. Only certain people are allowed to do building-wide emails. Mm-hmm. I don't know who has the authority to do department-wide.
Who has the power?
Probably the director. Or whoever sends emails on behalf of the director.
I'd like a person to send emails on my behalf. That'd be cool.
It's called a secretary.
Not anymore. It's not.
But where I am, we're in an office of about 75-ish people. Mm-hmm. And anybody in our office can do an office-wide. And so, yeah, there's the baby announcements. There's please come down and have donuts because it's so-and-so's first day. Or it's so-and-so's last day, and you get those reply all comments. Yeah.
Does anybody need to be seeing your email of, thanks for letting me know about the donuts?
No.
Even the person who sent the email doesn't need the response. The whole point was come down here and get donuts, not reply to my email so then I have more emails in my inbox.
Don't talk to me. Just come here and eat the donuts.
Shove your stuff in your face and don't use words. That is the point of the email they sent you.
Use your mouth for eating, not for talking.
Use your fingers and your mouth for eating, not for talking.
This took a turn.
Talking, none of it.
This took a turn.
But it's true though, right?
It is.
If you're the person who sent the email about the donut, do you really want 74 replies? Thanks for letting me know about the donuts. No. You just want people to go eat them so you don't have to clean them up later.
Or take them. Yeah, exactly.
That's all you want.
Yeah. So there's that, which is the not exactly work related stuff. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then there's the, you're on an email list and somebody replies, please add me to this list or something like that, because it was forwarded to somebody who wasn't originally on the list.
Yep. And you usually can't add them to a group because it's
not my group.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't make the group. Yeah. So there's emails and there's Teams or whatever program that you use for chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it replies.
The chat groups are terrible.
It applies to both. And yeah, I guess my advice is be careful what you say, because not only can a lot of people see it, but IT can see it, even if you've deleted what you've sent.
Yep. So there is no such thing as delete.
No.
When you're on a work computer,
no.
Anything you're typing can be seen.
And if you've sent an email and it says something weird or not work related, and then it becomes part of a chain, it's there forever.
Yes. As somebody who works in IT, I can tell you that everything is traceable.
Yes.
It may take them some work, but literally everything.
Yes. We're going to be talking about IT stuff separately.
We will get into that.
Oh yeah, probably multiple times, but just be careful what you say and what you send.
Yes. And the thing is, really, number one, people don't like to spend their time on busy work, right? Who likes that? Do I want to sit there and have to open those 100 emails of people replying all? No, I don't.
You just select them all and then delete them, right?
Well, yeah, I do that.
But you still have to do it.
You still have to do it. And then you're trying to make sure, okay, did I miss anything important in here? When those people really just didn't even need to respond in the first place. Or the thing that actually can happen that's really bad for your career is when you reply all to something and you really meant to only reply to one person.
Yeah, there is recall.
Yes, which does not always work.
It works if you're recalling from someone in the same organization.
Yes.
But if there's anybody outside of it, that's it. It was sent.
Yep.
And if it is to someone in your organization and they opened it before you recalled,
it's too late.
That's it. They've seen it.
Yes. So it's definitely, I've seen people get into hot water because they meant to send it just back to the person who sent the email and they needed to make a comment to them, but they accidentally clicked reply all and then everybody on the email thread saw it. And there's definitely been some like more sensitive things that have been shared that shouldn't be shared. When like you're talking about company financials, or you're talking about an HR issue, or you're talking about like anything like that. If there's multiple people on the email, before you hit the reply button, realize who you're going to be sending it to, and definitely make sure if you're clicking reply all that you really want everybody on that email to see that.
Yeah.
That's just, sound advice. And chat groups, realize who's in your chat group before you start chatting, because sometimes depending on which app you're using for chat at your work, some of them are a little bit more obvious of like who's in your chat group. And some of them, it's just like this person plus 3 more people. Make sure you know who the plus 3 more people are before you send off a message.
Yeah, there's usually a button at the top that has a little people icon that will show you who all is in the chat.
Yep. Good practice to check.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Advice for life.
There you
Always
go.
check.
Yep.
Use words wisely.
Check before you send.
Check before send, and also just go shove your face with donuts and don't reply.
The refrigerator.
The bane and the blessing of the office. Laura, have you had anyone ever take something of yours from the fridge or use stuff or throw stuff away that was yours?
Yes. For the past, I don't know, decade or so, I've been in kind of a small office. We've been lucky enough to have our own fridge. So only a small number of people use that fridge.
So there's a small population that are the culprits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't the scenario that we did in our skit. It wasn't that situation. It was because we were allowed to leave things in there if it was condiments or something overnight.
Right.
I had left a Tupperware of maybe a partial lunch. I don't remember anymore. Doesn't matter. I think I left it in there for less than a week. I think maybe it was 3 days or 4. And this other lady in my office, who I never really liked, by the way, she wasn't nice to anyone except her boss.
Mm-hmm.
She decided that the innate refrigerator funk
Had to be coming from your...
was coming from
Mhm.
my 3-day-old lunch that was completely sealed. And so she threw the entire container away without asking whose it was. And there was maybe 6 people.
It wasn't like she had to go wander around for hours to figure this out.
She knew it had to be one of us.
Yep.
And she threw it away. And I think it was either glass or it was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. And it was
It wasn't like the 30-cent plastic ones you get at the grocery store.
Yeah. And it was in a set of 2 or 4. And I still have the other parts of that set.
So every time you're looking for that same size container and you only have the one, you're like,
I open the cupboard sometimes and just go, dang it.
Why, woman?
You
why?
could have asked me. I was out sick or something and she just threw it away.
Yeah.
Really rude.
And she's not even the janitorial staff.
No, yeah, where we are, we're responsible for cleaning out our office fridges.
Okay, so you don't have the janitorial staff cleaning out your fridge then. Okay.
No. If something's left out though, like outside of the fridge,
they'll throw it away.
They'll throw it away.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've been in several different office environments. The previous company I used to work for, there was 2 different kitchens. In one kitchen, it was, the kind of the industrial sized fridge, and the janitorial staff would clean everything out on Fridays. Didn't matter what it was. In the other kitchen, we had one small, residential sized kind of fridge. And some of the ladies at work volunteered to be the ones to clean it out on Friday, specifically so we could keep condiments or things like that in the fridge week to week, because the janitorial staff would not sort through things. So those ladies volunteered to do that. So, and there was a big sign on the fridge like, hey, anything that's expired, we're going to throw it away. Anything that, whatever. And so they would meticulously go through the fridge every Friday and make sure that we could keep what we could keep in there. And we had freezer space in there so you could have ice cream bars or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And that was cool. But they volunteered for that. People really did, though, kind of take advantage of them, because they would just leave their half-eaten pizza in its box in there for 5 days, and then it's like Friday, nobody's picking this up and everybody's left for the day. And they just let those ladies who volunteered to take care of the fridge clean it all out. It's no, just pick up after yourself. Come on.
Yeah.
But now at the company I currently work for, we don't have any fridges where it's we clean them out. We have a janitorial staff that just clears every single fridge out completely. And you and I have a mutual friend who works at the same company I do. And she had the unfortunate experience of she left her entire lunch bag, nice, lunchbox bag thing with containers and everything in it. And she just accidentally left it in the fridge. She's just completely forgot about it, leaving at the end of a Friday, and came back on Monday and it was gone.
Oh.
Yeah, thrown away. So that one's just an unfortunate, I forgot, it wasn't, a rude gesture or anything. It was just one of those things where it's but I also feel bad for the janitorial staff, right? Because they're not just cleaning your office, they're cleaning probably a dozen offices that night.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to get through all of those offices before they get to go home. And they're not going to sit there and be well, should I throw this away? Should I not throw that away? And that usually, I've seen this with janitorial companies, they usually have very strict mandates on this is what you do. You don't do anything else, because they can get accused of taking things and stealing things. And there's, video cameras, whatever. So they don't actually just take stuff. They will just throw everything away, because otherwise they can get fired. And their company can get fired from being the vendor for your company. So I feel bad for the janitorial staff, but also just people just need to pick up after themselves and not assume that they get to treat their office fridge like it's their home refrigerator. Because it's not,
yeah.
Just don't treat it that way. Treat it like it's a cool storage place so that your food doesn't go bad until you get to eat it for lunch or your late afternoon snack. And then your stuff goes home with you. It's there for your convenience, but it's, a convenience, not a, I get to do whatever I want with this. So
it's with a lot of things at work that your company provides, it's a privilege, not a right, and don't abuse it.
Yeah. Although I think them taking away fridges at workplace is almost like, I'm going to take away running water.
Yeah. I'm not saying you should take it away.
But don't make everybody like be sad and upset because you don't know how to treat a, communal fridge. It's like the same thing, like kids who like live in dorms for the first time and they've never had to like clean up after themselves or like share a kitchen with anybody. They've never had to cook for themselves before or whatever.
Yeah.
Mom always did the dishes when I lived at home. Yeah, this is your office place and mom's not here, so you clean out your own fridge.
I don't like what I'm about to say. I don't like it, and I wouldn't do it, but I have seen signs in communal like sink or fridge areas that say your mom doesn't live here.
Yep.
Clean up after yourself.
Yep.
I think it's funny to see.
Well, it's funny, but it's also kind of sad, right? Because you're just like, do people actually need to be reminded that your mother is not here to clean up after you?
Yes, they do.
Sometimes. I know. And that's the thing. It's like, just, I don't understand that level of just, I don't know if it's just like some people, I think they're just oblivious, right? Mm-hmm. Some people really are just genuinely selfish like that. And
some people are forgetful.
Yeah. And that's totally like, those are different things. Like there's people are just forgetful. And then there's the malicious, right? The ones I really struggle with is the people that I know are just like, meh, I don't care if this inconveniences someone else. Like those are the ones that I like.
Yeah. If you have a communal sink, please don't leave your dirty dishes in the communal sink.
No, not good for anybody.
Not for more than, 15 minutes.
Yeah. This is not a storage place.
No.
So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like the fridge is great and I love having one at work, but I actually got so sick of this whole fridge situation that I actually bought a lunch bag that has like ice packs that you insert onto the outsides of it. So it stays cold itself. And now I do not have to use the refrigerator at all at work.
Yeah. Those last the entire day, don't they?
They do. Mm-hmm. And I just got one of those because I've had the experience of people taking my food, even out of my lunch bag. This has happened.
No.
Like, oh yeah. Somebody opened up my lunch bag and took things out of it.
The audacity.
I know. I couldn't believe it. And I was just like, what? Like if you got something in the fridge that's not labeled and it's in, just some kind of container or whatever. And like,
yeah,
I wouldn't do that, but B, like, it's at least more understandable. If there's like, oh, I had a tub of sour cream in there and somebody used some of my sour cream and nobody's name was on it. Like, okay, I get
Coffee creamer. That's a big one.
Coffee creamer. That's a big one. Yeah. So like, I can kind of get that, but to go into someone's lunch bag and take food out of it.
Did they zip it back up?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Yeah. I was like, I could call security and get the video camera and see who did this, but I'm not. Like, it wasn't worth it to me to do that, but it just makes me mad, right? Because it's like, it's just not right. Like, just don't do that. Like, we all want to be able to just like work harmoniously together. And if you touch my food, I'm going to be mad because I get hangry. Yeah. Like, dude, you don't understand. I am not a nice person when I don't eat. Like, don't take my food because like I eat food so that everyone else can still live.
Wow. Yeah. That's...
Right?
I need that on a shirt.
It's not because food sustains me.
No,
it's because if
keeps
I don't
you alive.
eat, I will kill you. So it's one of those things. I think it's a little bit better now at my work. Like, I don't know if there was like a particular culprit, but I haven't heard about it happening in a while where like people's food is getting taken out of their lunch bags.
Oh, there's always those stories on the internet of like this big saga of like somebody ate my sandwich and it goes on for weeks and weeks.
And also, why would you want to eat someone else's sandwich? Like a sandwich specifically to me is one of those foods that I'm like,
it's personalized.
Especially because they touched everything with their hands. They put the meat on there with their hands. They put they touch the bread. They put the cheese on there. Like a sandwich is not the thing. Like if they've got like a microwavable, like boxed food and somebody takes that, it's like, okay, well, at least like, that's like a packaged item, right? Like, but the person who's like, I'm going to go eat their sandwich.
You're judging.
I am judging the thief. Yes, I am judging the thief. Like, be a better thief. I don't know. And also just realize you're probably on camera. Don't thief.
Don't thief. Don't be gross.
Especially sandwiches. I have a very strong opinion about this.
Oh, I'm done.
This fridge is not your fridge.
It's not your fridge.
And the only food that is your food in that fridge is the food that you brought. Yes, that's the moral of the story. And only eat your own sandwiches. And on that note, Laura, any other hot tips to add?
Don't be weird. No, I don't have anything.
Well, since Laura and I are both failing at the just don't be weird bit, we're going to sign off for the week and hope you guys have a great weekend. See you next week.
Thanks for listening. Fool?
You food. Super awesome!
Thanks for listening. Subscribe to catch new episodes of Tips and Skits every Monday and Wednesday, and join us for our Real Story segment and our blooper reel on Fridays.
Want to share your hilarious office stories with us? We might turn them into an episode.
Send us your thoughts and feedback at gsoe@diecastmediagroup.com and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Special thanks to Rebecca, who created animations for our skits, which you can watch on our YouTube channel. Also, thanks to Wendy, our audio editor, Lelia, our social media manager, and Austin, our technical engineer.
If you would like to support the show, review and share with your friends, or consider supporting us on Patreon, links are in the show notes.
Get Smart Office Edition is a DieCast Media Group production.
We did good!